Welcome to Healing on Purpose. Today we have a very special guest here. We're doing a 6-part series. The topic is emotional death versus physical death. Episode 1 will be the death nobody sees. Episode 2 is when trauma kills the person you used to be. Episode 3 is losing yourself in the mirror. Episode 4 is love after an emotional death. Episode 5 is the funeral no one sees. And episode 6 is coming back to life. So stay tuned and join us for all 6 episodes. You will not want to miss this conversation. Thank you for joining us on this very special episode. This is often a topic that you and I discuss, emotional death versus physical death. I know you've been through a lot of things, and you sharing your story on my platform means so much to me. So get comfortable. It's just us here having a conversation, us talking how we normally talk. So my question to you would be, what happens when your body is alive but your spirit feels dead? Have you experienced that before?
Yes, several times. I have had, I have felt death when I told you about my episode of the molestation that I wasn't able to talk about. I felt like I was dead because nobody knew but me what I went through. Then I had an episode of death when I felt like my marriage was over. Had I failed my children? Have I failed myself? And worried about what people would think.
What age did your molestation occur?
5.
At 5. So you were emotionally dead at 5 years old. Just as an innocent child, you're just emotionally dead.
Didn't feel like I was even nowhere to be found. I was in myself.
And I guess what caused that feeling would be the childhood molestation, the trauma that went through, right?
And emptiness. I didn't feel like I could go to anybody. So I buried all that in myself, buried me in myself, because I was afraid to go to a parent, which was my mom, to discuss it. I couldn't feel like my sisters were going to understand. And so I hid it. It was like buried in myself.
Okay. So looking back on that now, can you give me like an example of how you were living your life just to manage through life all while being emotionally dead on the inside? Because I see a lot of people walking around in the shell of a body, but they're emotionally dead because of trauma or whatever the case may be. It's just like their spirit isn't there. Their body is just walking there.
Well, some of us are afraid a lot of times to look at ourselves or to see where we was to where we are now. And sometimes being we're in a place where you can't feel free to express yourself, and you feel smothered. And then there's those who think, oh, but they're really not. And you think, oh, it's gonna be I got this, which is me. Sometimes I don't have it. And I just always think I have to have it all together. And last night, more or less, I had a crisis with myself. I guess I'll tell you this part of me. I'm very suicidal at times. And I have to do a lot of talking to myself, because sometimes I think the only way out is to hurt me. But I have learned through you, the Bible, and thinking about what I would lose in cash now. My grandson, it would kill him not to have me around.
Absolutely.
So I think sometimes we have to learn not to shelter ourselves or hide in a cocoon and just feel like it's okay when you know it's not. You have to talk to somebody to get better.
You do. You definitely have to talk about it out.
Find a right friend, go to a counselor, go to your minister, but you have to talk.
You definitely have to talk about it. You definitely have to talk about it. So, what signs told you or showed you that you were physically dying on the inside? Like you were just hiding your emotions, covering them up, or just managing through life through it all?
When I let myself go and I start eating my way to happiness, thinking this is okay, when it wasn't.
Right.
And at one time I was over 400 and something pounds because all I thought about was eating, and this is my happiness.
Eating was your addiction.
Yeah,
like some people do drugs, alcohol,
food
sex.
was my outlet.
Your food was your outlet.
And then, I decided one day after talking to someone, which was my doctor at the time, was real good to me. You have to let go, is what he said. You cannot change what happened to you, but you can make this life a better life. And he said, I'm not going to tell you to lose weight. I'm not going to tell you what'll be good for you. I'm just going to say, try it. And so I did. 270 pounds lighter. I'm trying to learn now, which is scary, to like the new me. Because I had that for so long and I got comfortable and I didn't care and I didn't think about nothing. But now, the new me, I am happier to know that I can walk better. I can look in the mirror and I don't have to feel like, oh, that's not going to be good today. I put on anything and feel like I'm okay now,
Because you look good. You definitely look good. So congratulations to you on your weight loss journey, whether it was intentional or not. You did it. You overcame it, and you're still here to live to see another day. You're still here. You speak life to me. You give me hope, purpose, that life happens, but it's okay. You just gotta keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop.
Yes, and that episode about also dying or within yourself and not knowing. You have to realize sometime too that if you hold everything in, you can really explode within yourself. I've had so many times that I felt like I know I can help a person. I can let them know what it's like. But then I was wrapped up in myself and I thought, nah, I just leave it. It's not me. But you can't bury something that could be good for somebody else. And so that's why I decided to come and visit you today and talk about it, because sometimes somebody need a help. Like when I was teaching, I always reached out to the one child that always come in without a smile. That one child who always came in with a dirty face and felt like they were embarrassed to come to school. So then, you do what you do.
Yeah.
I made bags with everybody wouldn't feel like, oh, it's just me being singled out. Gave each kid a bag with their hygiene products in it. So if the other child, I would say, okay, it's your turn, go to the bathroom. They want to brush their teeth, wash their face so nobody could know.
Right.
They felt good when they came back from the bathroom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So sometimes we have to look at our inner to see something else. But I think a part of me, I'm very perceptive. Sometimes I talk too much because I don't like to hold stuff back. But I have to know when it's my turn to listen. But I just decided I'm going to be me.
Absolutely.
And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But I have to stop burying my past and let it know that it wasn't me that made the mistakes. It was the person that hurt me. And my biggest hideaway was not going to my mother to express my molestation and to tell her he hurt me.
Yeah.
So this is the burial that I'm burying today, that I never spoke to my mother the truth. And I have to take that to my death.
Yeah.
That I never told her why you didn't protect me.
Oh, wow. That was a lot. That's a lot right there within itself. So, your final thoughts. I have a final question for you. Physical death ends a life, but emotional death still life while you're living. Can you just give us some closing remarks and tell us how you feel about that?
Wow. Well, being emotional and feeling like you're smothered within yourself or covered in dirt inside yourself, it's a process of slow healing. But you have to know when you're going through this death period, you have to find a way to get the shovel to move the sand away. Because if you don't, you will eventually cover yourself. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much.
You're
That means a
welcome.
lot. Thank you. End of episode 1. We'll see y'all back.